It's Dominic the donkey, jingity jing. Italian Christmas donkey.
Okay. All right.
I thought I'd enlighten you with some Christmas music this morning.
So that's the song you were talking about, huh?
That's Dominic the donkey. Yeah.
Kind of reminds me. So Dominic the donkey, and sorry I cut you off there, but do you remember the Hanukkah Harry from Saturday Night Live? John Lovitz played Hanukkah Harry.
Yeah.
Santa was sick, so he jumped out. It was
Yep.
like on Herschel, on So
Yeah. Those, Saturday Night Live always had some good skits.
yeah, they sure did. So
Back
why
in
did
the
you bring up Dominic the donkey? But
Yeah. Well, Dominic the Donkey, we're going to be sharing our top 6 Christmas tunes, our 6-pack of Christmas songs.
yeah.
So-
I thought that would be kind of, since we're getting closer to Christmas time. Are you all done with your Christmas shopping? Have you even
No.
started?
No, and I've got some I got to order, and I know I'm waiting too long already because they'll be coming in like between the 23rd and January 1st. I know that when they go in there, it's like you could get it at 23rd, but it might be here on the 1st.
You'll get it on the 1st. So I'm
So,
pretty much
sorry,
done.
kids. Are you?
Yeah, I think so. Becky's an easy buy. She just like done the same thing for the last 10 years. She's like, just get me this, get me this, get me this. And then she goes and buys what she wants. Just a lot easier that way.
Yeah.
Instead of hurting feelings and taking that back. And then I just give her money for whatever the kids want. So we kind of do that. Yeah.
I got my wife a robe one year, and I mismeasured it, so to speak. But yeah, when she put it on, it wasn't a robe that she really wanted to wear. Well, yeah, so
Whoops.
and maybe it was planned.
Yeah.
But as far as it was an
It wasn't a good idea. Is that what?
for the ankle length, and it ended up being the cheek length. I don't know.
Okay. How do you mismeasure that?
Yeah, I know.
Poor Nolan. Poor Nolan. What do you do?
What do you do?
Hey, so okay. So now let's just talk about last night. I got to text you before I even went to bed. Like, hey, Patriots.
I did not watch a down of that game.
You did? Okay.
So I didn't even check it at halftime or after the game. I'm laying in bed about 11. I'm like, oh, that's right. I flipped it on, and I get my recording or my pop-ups from X.
Yeah.
And first one said New England wins their 3rd game. I'm like, dang it. Well, yeah, that's good because now the Carolinas about guaranteed the number 1 pick.
Well, true.
And then I hit the story, and the first thing, Bailey Zappi, who I started last week, who had a donkey of a game, benched him for Justin Fields this week. So I'm thinking Justin will score, but he scored 25 points last night on my bench.
We had 3 touchdowns in the first half.
Yeah. So he took care of the over/under himself, pretty much.
Yeah. And it was when I went to bed at halftime. Well, I quit watching.
Did you watch the game?
I watched just probably about the last 10 minutes of the second quarter.
Oh,
because I was, with the work that I do now, I was still kind of working later into the evening, and then I had to get Lily, and then there was just some other things I had to do. So I caught about
like there was tanking going on anywhere. Or
I don't think there was. I put on today's episode that the conspiracy theory is dead because the way the Patriots came out, man, they were like they wanted to win that game. So what's your new theory? I'm curious.
My new theory would be: is it possible to tank with 2 crappy teams on the field? Kind of like the Bears. I mean, they look like they were pretty much tanking all the last 6-7 weeks, and all of a sudden Minnesota just let them. I know they made the field goal, but no. And Pittsburgh now out of the last playoff spot.
They are. Is that official now? Is that what
they said last night? I think they dropped from 7 to like 9 or 10 or something like that with that loss.
Yeah. Well, and again, the Steelers were playing with a former Bears quarterback as their quarterback.
Yeah.
He just didn't.
Again, a reason why they are former quarterbacks.
Correct. He's not a very good. I don't even think he's a very good backup. Is this the last we've seen of him?
I would think. I mean, there's I don't know who else would go after. I mean, when Aaron Rodgers go to Minnesota, does he go to the Jets? I mean, that's
You're gonna fire that one up, aren't you? You
somebody's gonna write that article.
you know it. I think it's already been written because of what we talked about yesterday, to where he is. He lambasted the Jets organization.
Yeah.
Right? But is Saleh going to be there after this year? Is the coaching staff going to be there after this year? What do you think?
Well, I would think they'd have to be, just the fact that that injury was huge to their season. But I mean, you've seen Strange with the look of Frank Reich.
Well, and
I mean-
Frank Reich is just,
Yeah.
I don't know. Frank Reich, I don't know. Somebody's already commented on us today. We got listeners. Morning, boys. Tracy Hammer says, morning, boys.
Ah, my cousin out in Minnesota.
Is that what it is?
Yep.
Lives up in the cities or what? Or
She lives in Hutchinson,
oh, okay. Gotcha.
and her street address is
yeah. Her cell phone number is.
number is.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think the Patriots are tanking. I don't think Belichick wants to tank. Now, if Robert Kraft came up and said, we're tanking, I would think Belichick would say, I'm done, you know.
Yeah.
And I almost stayed up for the second half because Al Michaels and Kirk Herbstreit were going to talk about what's going to happen with Belichick after this year, but
yeah.
then I just kind of lost interest and didn't care.
Yeah.
So
Well, and the only reason I'm thinking there is probably no tanking in New England, as you're saying, is they have their ducks in a row. They know what they're doing. They're going to trade for the number one pick, whether Carolina has it or if they're sitting at 4. I think they're still going to trade up to number 1. I think.
are they going to trade for Caleb?
I think they will. I think they'll trade for Caleb Williams. I think yeah. So I'm thinking I don't think they care really where they're at, but I guess if they're at 2, it would probably mean a lot more to the Bears going, yeah, now we can get Harrison, because if they're at 4,
Well,
do they trade
okay.
out of there and risk Harrison going to Arizona or somebody?
Well, Harrison is saying that he's leaning heavily going back to school.
Because of this NIL.
Well, as an athlete, and if you're at a good school like Ohio State, who's in the national championship hunt every year, if the ball goes the right way, do you want to win a national championship? Huh?
Right. Like I said, it's set for this year. Yeah.
Well, right. But I mean, but they were up until that they lost to Michigan. They were right in it. I mean, do you want to win that national championship? You as a player, Nolan, you're you know, do you want to win that national championship?
You probably
so at least, you know, I would think I would want to. And
but I think if you throw NIL money onto it on top of it, that's even.
Well, yeah, that
sounds like it's getting ridiculous. It sounds like there's money being thrown all over the place. So do you risk blowing your ACL out in game 6 of your last season in college, or do you go into the NFL, still get money for signing autographs? And I think he still makes a ton of money on endorsements. I don't think he's going to lose out on.
Right. No, I'm with you on that, but I don't know. That's tough with the NILs going on. I think it's
yeah. And I don't think they can't write articles saying that Marvin Harrison Jr. doesn't want to go to the Bears or a crappy team. Well, every year you're going to have the bottom 5 teams are going to be bottom of the barrel trying to put together an offense. Chicago, I think, would be the closest to being an assembled offense than, say, in Arizona, Jets, teams like that.
Okay. So say he decides to stay in college, then what do the Bears do then?
Well, I think that might push them toward drafting that quarterback. I don't know. They may just stick with 1 and 5 or wherever they're at. And I don't know. Looks like they can get a haul for that number 1 though.
Yeah. And again, that would be a good move for them. So
because it sounds like Fields can play next year, and all they'd have to do is pay him $20 million the next year, and then franchise tag him the next year. So they could actually get 3 more years out of him.
Out of Fields.
Or you hit your reset button now.
But I don't. Are you ready to give up on him? If he say they just get slaughtered by the Lions. I don't think it's going to happen. But let's just say that they lose the rest of their games. And I don't know. But then at what point do you say enough is enough? You as a fan, at what point do you say, okay, man, I just don't believe in Justin Fields anymore?
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's going to be fine. I think if they get another piece in there for him, a good trade for a good running back, a veteran running back, we can't piece together these 3 young guys that. No, I think you got to go with that Jonathan Taylor. You got to go with one of those backs that you got. They have the money, and I don't know what running backs are out there this year for free agency, but
has there been a running back lately that was free agent wise signing and came onto the new team and really just kind of made an impact? There really hasn't been, has there? I mean, it's not like that.
And you look at Barkley and Taylor this year, they're mediocre backs right now.
Right. Well, yeah, because is the running back shelf life getting less and less? Yeah,
because you're looking at Derrick Henry's 29. Yeah, and he fell off the face of the earth.
Right.
Austin Eckler's 28. He kind of fell off the face of the earth. I mean, from what he did last year, he's still putting up some decent.
And
numbers.
He was hurt earlier this year though too, right? I mean, he was hurt.
Saquon's 26. Ezekiel Elliott's 28.
And playing with the Patriots, and you haven't heard boo about him.
Getting 4 carries. McCaffrey's 27, which he's still doing. Delvin Cook, 28.
Yeah. Okay. So McCaffrey's the getting traded from Carolina to San Francisco. That's about the best he can get.
Yeah.
Cook is just, he's hurt. I mean, even if he was with the Vikings, I think he'd still be, maybe 100-yard game here and there. But I think the shelf life's on running backs getting less and less. I think you get 2 to 3 good years out of them, man, and then it's done. Teams
are starting to go throwing that wide receiver in the backfield and
running that Deebo Samuel sweep, and away you go. So as this game progresses, I kind of chuckle and because for a while it was like all about Emmitt Smith and running backs, and every team tried to do that. And what it always comes down to, buddy, and there's 2 things. One is your defense. It always comes down to the defense. And it's that offensive line, man. If you can keep your quarterback upright, or if you can open a hole, and they are like the least known people out there,
Yep.
Could you and I go to Chicago and we're hanging out Soldiers Field? Could you pick out the starting offensive line from the Bears if they walked out of the locker room with nothing on, just normal clothes? Could you say, "Oh, that's"? Forgive me, I don't know who the Bears. I
one or two of them I could, because when we were sitting there were guys that were coming out. Obviously, had the numbers on, and you could.
They had their name on the back, Nolan.
Yeah,
and you say, "Who's that?" Oh, that's this guy. Yeah.
But no, I think 1 or 2 of the guys. I mean, you could, but that's most linemen, though. I mean, they're just big boys walking out. Other than it being Jason Kelsey or somebody that you recognize.
Correct. The ones that get the TV time and all that sort of thing. I know for a fact you could line up the Viking linemen and I wouldn't be able to name one of them without their number, without any sort of thing. I couldn't. I couldn't, I'd be able to tell Kirk Cousins. I'd be able to tell Jefferson. I mean, all those, I'd be able to.
All the guys that are.
Yeah. You would know that. But those. Same with the defense. I think I could pick out Hunter on that line.
Harrison Smith.
I could pick out Harrison Smith, maybe Anthony Barr, who they just re-signed. But other than that, it would be tough for me. It'd be tough. But obviously, I would know those are football players because they probably come out.
Right. Yeah, they're a little bit bigger than us.
Yeah. But KJ Osborne, their receiver, I don't know if I could pick him out.
And he's
Addison. Addison, I don't know if I could pick him
Addison, yeah. When I seen a picture of him, he didn't look like what I thought he was.
out. Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
kind of looked like a JJ Walker type of guy, but
yeah. That's it. Yeah, there you go. But I don't know. And so going back to Justin Fields, I still think he's a serviceable quarterback. I'm on the lines of you of saying that he needs somebody good to come in and coach him and take him under his wing and let him do his thing. Let him do his thing.
To
is
who?
what he needs.
What quarterback we talking?
Your buddy.
Oh, you
JF.
said- you said
JF.
Jeff- you said,
No, Justin Fields.
I
said.
thought you said JJ.
No.
Oh, okay.
Let Justin Fields play his game.
Yep. Yep.
And
he's
let
proved
him
that.
loose. Yeah, let him
Yep.
loose. Is he going to get hurt? He could because he likes to run, but he slides, doesn't he? Or does he take hits?
Yeah, he slides, but he takes hits, and there's never a flag.
Oh, well, that's a whole other story.
Yeah,
Yeah, I get
and
you.
that's been talked about the last couple of years. He is not getting the calls that most quarterbacks are getting, and they just don't. They can't figure out why.
Well, but if you turn into a runner, should you be hit like a runner?
But when you're sliding, you shouldn't even. I mean, those guys can let up, and there's some guys smacking him good.
So if Delvin Cook slides, are you still able to hit him? If Jefferson slides, are you able to hit him?
But that's a different position. This is the quarterback that's running. I don't know. I've never seen a running back slide.
Yeah, neither have I.
I don't know if
I've seen wide receivers do it. I've seen I'm not going to take this hit, and down they go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows? It'll be a good game. So talking about games this weekend, it's a big game. I'm excited. I hope the Bears win. How about you?
Yeah.
Are you feeling it?
I am.
Do you want to go there? Do you want to go there? Do you want to go into the picks right away, or you want to?
Yeah,
do
we can go to
something?
the picks right away. They go
okay.
to. Of course, they're now talking about if they win a certain amount of games the rest of the way, they could squeak in to the playoffs.
They've got a 1% chance right now, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that
And
right?
they're like 3 games out, I think.
Yeah, they were
with 5 to go. Is that?
Yeah.
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 So there's still a chance. But
So you're saying there's a chance.
there's a chance.
Yes.
And okay, here's another scenario for you. Say
Okay.
the Bears win 3, lose 2, win 4, lose 1, miss playoffs by a game. Are they looking? I think Getsy's gone no matter what. I don't think there's any, but I keep seeing Eberflus saying we have to have patience with Getsy. So is that going to cost Eberflus his job, or is Eberflus and Getsy both going to be gone?
That's the exciting thing about this is why there are so many shows out there that just talk stuff like this, because your thoughts, you want them both gone, right? You
More
weren't
so
excited.
Getsy. More
You
so
weren't
Getsy.
excited. But you were not excited when they said Eberflus was named head coach, were you? Or were you like, hey, all right, defense?
At first I wasn't, and then I thought, defensive coach. I mean, they were good in Indianapolis. Yeah, it could be. And then as the season went on, he was just conservative. He was just. It's like, no, we don't have an offense. I think you need an offensive-minded coach. You've seen it in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Mike Zimmer's not going to give Justin Jefferson his single-season receiving record 3 years ago because he's a defensive coach. He doesn't care about the offense. He just wants to win the game.
Right. And so does Eberflus tell Getsy, hey, don't go crazy. We got a defense. We can win this game. Have the Bears been blown out, with the exception of the Packers? I remember that week 1, but have they been blown out at all? They've all been pretty tight games.
There's been a couple games, I think.
And I think every team that's not elite, and I would say the Bears aren't elite yet. I think that they are. I don't think the Vikings are elite, but sometimes you get blown out.
Yeah. No, I'm just glancing real quick because I know there was. Let's see here. Chargers beat them 30-13.
Yeah. Yep.
Which that was in.
Did the
Chiefs
Broncos
41-10?
Oh yeah.
And the Packers 38-20. Other than that, they were all within 9 points.
Yeah. But that Packers game, the Bears just scored a lot in the fourth quarter, didn't they? I mean, they were getting beat up pretty good right off the bat. if I remember.
game?
Yeah, that
No,
first game.
we got beat 20 or 38-20.
Yeah, but I thought it was like 38-3 for a long time. And
Oh,
then
it could have been, yeah.
yeah, and
I don't
think
remember. That was a long time ago, Chad.
Yeah. No, I get you. So again, that defensive coach says offense don't make mistakes. The defense will take us next level. We'll get there.
Well, that showed in the Minnesota game. I mean,
Yep.
it showed in the Detroit game.
Yep.
And when he decided to go 3 and out with 2.5 minutes to go, when you need a first down.
And you text me saying, we're going to lose. I was like, come on, Nolan, have some faith. And
You can't sometimes, man. It's just
I
like,
know.
You just feel the, I don't know. It's just a feeling you get when you're watching your team. Kind of like, God, we're up 12. We're not going to win this thing.
Yeah.
You have 2 scores. You're good.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I get you. So, all right. Well, let's put up what do you want to talk about? You want to do the money picks first? Since that's what we do every week.
Yeah, I suppose.
Am I boring you already? My Lord. So here we go. Decker's up to $5,700 and Dix has got 13. As we know last night, are you sure I'm right? Well, yeah. Did you add 400 to me?
I did. You were at 5,300.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought I was a little higher. Oh no, I had a rough week last week. So, Patriots, Steelers did the over under.
You need to give me a couple more hundos.
Yeah. So Patriots won, which means I won the Pittsburgh had to win by 5.5 or whatever it was. And then the over under was pretty much done at halftime. So
it was.
Yep. So there you go. But the rest of the picks this week, we got, well, let's start off with that Bears Lions going to Soldier Field. And they're giving the Lions, I want to say 3 points?
3 points. Yep.
3 points. Since this is your Bears team, you get to pick first, my brother.
39 degrees and cloudy on Sunday. I am going to stick with since I picked New England, I got it wrong. I'd pick a lot of games, I get them wrong. So I'm wanting, you just never know. I don't know. The one that's coming up, I'll explain to you. But
okay,
I'm going to go Chicago +3.
You're going to take Chicago +3.
Yeah.
So 40 degrees outside. Detroit's an indoor team.
Over under is 42.5.
I was gonna ask that 42.5. You know what? I'm gonna jump on with you. I'm gonna take the Bears.
Okay.
I've been picking the Lions all year long, and they've done me well. But this is a heart pick here, buddy. I want the Bears to beat the Lions, and so I'm just gonna go with it. I got a good feeling about it. It'll
be a good one.
So next we'll go Vikings going to Las Vegas, and the Vikings are favored by 3.
Yep.
All right. It's going to be a quick hook for the Pastronaut.
I don't think so.
I think it's going to be a quick hook, and I think the Vikings are going to win this game, and they're going to win it by more than 3.
So is he going to get hooked?
He's going to get hooked, but they're still going to win the game. Yep.
Okay. I'm taking Minnesota by 3 too.
Okay. Just from everything I read, he's earned the short leash. I don't know if you agree with me on that, just from how he's played. And again, I think they should just go out and say, okay, just play, don't just play and draw plays up in the sand or whatever, or however it works. You run a very limited offense. You got Justin Jefferson coming back. I think if he throws an interception or fumbles, I think he's pulled. I think he gets an injury.
Unless they're up.
Well, unless he comes out and
yeah.
But if within, I don't think the leash is very long on him because there's still playoff implications for the Vikings.
Yep, definitely.
Okay. I think that. So we both took the Vikes.
Yep.
Okay. Next, Panthers at Saints. I don't know why you want to call. I don't know why you want any money action on this game.
Because I'm picking Carolina because I usually lose. So I'm picking Carolina to win, not to win, but +5.
+5. Is Carr playing? I wasn't able to look. I was going to kind of look, and then we started talking about stuff. Yeah, I'm going to go with you on the Panthers as well. I think they got another win in them, and I think this is the week that they can do it.
Okay.
Because I don't think the Saints are very good.
No.
And if Carr is not out there, I think the Saints are even worse. So
yeah,
I'll take the Panthers. I'll take the Panthers. Packers at Giants. What were the Packs? Six point favorite? 6.5. I'm actually going to take the Giants on this one. I don't think they're going to beat them by 6.5. I think they'll win, but I don't think they'll beat them by a touchdown.
I think Green Bay is going to continue to roll. So
okay.
-6.5, Green Bay.
That's a different one there. And then I didn't want to take this one because you know how I feel against one. Well, both teams I can't really. I guess I don't mind the Eagles as much as like just Cowboys.
Yep.
What were the Cowboys? 3 at home?
3.5.
Yeah. Well, you're supposed to go first, but I'm gonna take the Cowboys.
Yeah, I'm taking Dallas.
Okay.
And then on our last one, I'll go first. I'm taking Army.
You're gonna take Army. I have them circled. I have them. Are we just gonna
pick them? You might want to switch.
Oh, well, are we going by the point spread or the over under, or are we just gonna do the?
I think you want to just go.
Just pick it,
in, right?
Yep. Okay, yeah.
Because didn't I say the over under is like 27
like the Patriots Steelers? So I'm gonna, you know what? I'll take. I'll take Navy. What the hell?
All right, let me write that down.
Yeah, because that doesn't count against our weekly NFL picks. So I don't have the NFL rest of the picks in my on my paper here. I don't know what happened.
Right. I think. All right, Buccaneers at Falcons. Ooh,
Falcons.
I'm gonna go Bucks.
Okay.
Colts at Bengals. I'm taking Indy.
Oh,
since he's rolling now.
Since he's rolling, I'm gonna take the Bengals. It's an outdoor game.
Okay. Jaguars at Browns. Just seen a video on
I'm gonna take the Browns.
You're gonna take the Browns?
Yeah, I think isn't Lawrence still hurt?
Well, I was just gonna say I seen the video of him and he did not look like he had a limp to him.
Okay.
But you're going Browns?
I'm gonna take the Browns.
I'm gonna go Jaguars.
Okay.
Texans at the Jets. Taking Texans.
Yeah, same here.
Rams at Ravens.
Now, I heard that Lamar Jackson is questionable.
Baltimore's favored by 7.5. Injury report, Lamar Jackson questionable, does not say with what.
I'll still take the Ravens. I'll take the
Rams
Ravens.
are terrible.
Terrible.
Seahawks, Niners. Yeah. 49ers.
Yeah. Best team in the league right now.
Bills at Chiefs.
Boy, let's come back to that one. Let's skip that one for right now.
Broncos, Chargers. I'm going to go Denver.
Yeah, I'll take Denver on that.
And then the final game will be Titans at the Dolphins.
I'll take the Dolphins.
Taking Miami, yep.
Yep. Okay.
So, yeah, Bills at Chiefs. I'm going to take the Chiefs.
You're going to take the Chiefs, huh?
Yep. Taylor Swift might be there, and she might not.
I would rather pick whether or not she's going to be there than pick this game.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
We could throw some money on that, too.
So you had mentioned something earlier this year, and
did you pick?
I haven't picked yet. I'm just going.
Okay.
I got to go through my. No, I got to go through my thought process. Then you were thinking like, have the Chiefs? Are they done? are they done? And I'm kind of like,
Yeah.
I was like, no, they're just kind of, but I'm starting to think they might be done. I mean,
yeah. Have people caught on to what Andy Reid and the Chiefs are doing?
my heart says Chiefs. I kind of like Josh Allen because everyone doesn't like him, so I kind of like the guy to like come out.
I
and
like
do
him
that.
too. I don't mind Josh Allen, but
Yeah. So, but I just if the stadiums were reversed and they were in Buffalo, I would pick Buffalo. But I think I just gotta. I try to get myself to pick Buffalo, but I just keep going back to the Chiefs. Sorry,
Okay.
I just had to kind of think that one through. So we got 3 different this week.
is that it? I thought we had more.
No, we got Falcons, Bengals, Browns for me. But I
All
do
right.
have the right to change my mind if Trevor Lawrence is playing, right? I will let you know before Sunday. I'm not going to try and pull you and say, yeah, we're going to put money on the Patriots too. No.
Well, I didn't watch the game, so I thought maybe
Yeah. Yeah. There you go.
I was totally off of. Okay. Peterson tells reporters that quarterback Trevor Lawrence's game status will be determined. I got to hit the article now. How
Okay.
practice goes today. And answered probably so when asked if he'll be a game time decision.
No.
So
I'm going to stick with the Browns.
and we're on a short week too. So
Yeah. I'm going to stick with the Browns. I'll stay with them.
Ian Rappaport.
Okay, so there's that. Kind of want to go back to that Chicago Lions game. What are you thinking? I want to talk a little bit about that.
What do you mean? What am I thinking?
Well, like I just have this feeling that Justin Fields is going to break out. It's just me. I think they're going to let him play his game. The Lions have a terrible run defense, and I think he's going to torch him.
Yeah,
I just really do. And then I
hope
think those,
so.
and I think those screenplays are going to work this week. I don't know why. I just have that feeling.
But they got to run them at different times. I mean, they had I think in that Viking game, didn't they have 2 screen passes? And one of them was every time DJ Moore came to the backfield and went in motion out to the right or left, it was a swing pass to him, a screen pass.
Yeah. You got to disguise a little bit more.
Yeah.
But I think it depends.
Do it to the running back.
Yeah. But when they needed it, back to the Vikings Bears, when the Bears needed 5 yards for a first down,
Yeah.
Komet was wide open and they hit him.
Yep. It's been a while. Who won that game anyways? That was in Minnesota, right? The Bears won that one?
Yeah, the Bears won
They did.
that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wasn't sure. I couldn't remember if it was a field goal or if it was
It was 12-10, brother. You know that.
And I picked the under.
Yeah. Yeah. No, we both picked the over, didn't we?
Yeah.
We thought it was going to be
We picked the over.
Frickin'
I think I
38,
picked 38-35
and I was 30 to 27 or something. I don't know. I can't remember. But but being outside, and we all know how windy it is at Soldiers Field, and the Bears have a pretty darn good running defense. I don't think the Lions are going to be able to do anything.
Yeah.
And I think and this is just going off of what the stats say, Bears got, and you can't, the only time I've really seen the Bears play were the 2 games against the Vikings, and we didn't run the ball well at all.
Yeah.
But Alexander Madison is not a starting running back. He's not an RB1 in the NFL. I don't think.
No.
I don't think, but I think the Bears defense can keep the run game from getting going. And I think they're going to get pressure on Jared Goff. And I think they're going to have a pretty dang good day. And I think Justin Fields is going to shred them running.
I hope so.
I think he's going to shred them running. Passing again is not his strong suit, right? And
that's what they say.
well, and
I've seen him throw some dimes, man. I mean, I've seen him throw some.
I would say when we were watching him in practice, when they were pregame warm up,
Yep.
some of his throws did not look good, and that's just me. In the pregame warm up,
Bagent, you were probably watching.
No. I was going to say Bagent was throwing them
No.
pretty good. Yeah,
You were distracted. You were looking. Couldn't you believe you were at US Bank Stadium?
No, because we
you
were well.
concession line for 45 minutes when he was out there. So
Whatever.
yeah.
And as we watched, what's his name throw the ball back and forth, who was the receiver that was throwing the ball up into the stands and then they were throwing it back?
I don't remember.
And you said, if he throws it to me, I'm running up. Getting the hell out.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah. I'm in the back of my mind. I'm like, don't throw it to me. Don't throw it because I know dang well
You're going up. Well, there was that. Yeah, there was that too.
As these 7-year-olds are.
You're right,
throw it to a 51-year-old clank.
So I would say Bajan's throw had a tighter spiral than what Fields did.
Yeah, but do you throw?
They were both.
Every time you throw it?
No.
Oh.
Me? Oh yeah, I'm a lefty and I throw underhand because my shoulder hurts so god dang bad I can't.
Yeah, there you go.
Anyways,
well,
there was
for the Patriots win last night. I'm going to summarize some things for you here. With that Patriots win, how it helped the Bears last time. We know it helped the Bears, obviously.
Right.
If they are looking for a better pick. The Bears started today at 2 games away from the number 2 pick in the draft. With the Patriots winning, that number drops to 1.5. Both the Cardinals and the Commanders have a bye. If Chicago loses on Sunday, they'll only be a half a game out of the number 2 pick. They will also jump Washington to number 4. The Panthers are also 1.5 games ahead for the worst record in the league, which is now 2. New England winning gives the Bears some more cushion for the number 1 pick. So I'd say after this weekend, if the Panthers lose, I'm pretty sure it's almost a done deal that
the Bears pick number 1.
I would think.
Okay. So do they trade the number 1 pick?
I think we're beating the dead horse on that. I think.
Okay.
People are, every time we bring it up, they're like, really? You're going to bring this up again?
Well, I'd like to know. We beat a dead horse. Okay, we'll go on.
To me, I think they trade it, but the only way they trade it is if it is for either 2 or 3, and there isn't somebody in there that's going to nab Harrison.
Yeah, and I don't think Harrison comes out. I think
Harrison's coming out. Harrison's coming out.
He stays.
No,
we'll bet on that next week after he makes his decision.
Well, everybody said Caleb Williams is staying, and
no, he said he was.
Well,
staying.
yeah, he said that. He said he might.
Yeah.
But then everybody's like, oh, yeah, he ain't going to come out because he doesn't want to play for the Bears.
Well, Harrison's not a diva. As a wide receiver, it's a good thing. He's not a diva. You don't hear his name like,
yeah.
He's like, I think I might want to go back. I want a shot at a national championship.
Yeah,
that does. His dad
or do you go try to get a Super Bowl?
Well, I think that's your next.
Because if you sit down and you're going to look going, okay, if the Chicago Bears are drafting me,
okay,
they've got a lot of pieces in place. They've got their defense. They can shore up their defense a little bit. They'll probably bring in 1 or 2 pieces. But I think they've shored for the most part, they've shored their defense up to make it a top 10, if not top 5 defense.
With getting Sweat on there and all that stuff. Yeah, they've got a pretty dang good defense. Absolutely.
Offensively, you jump on to a DJ Moore, a Cole Kmet, a Darnell Mooney, a Justin Fields. Your offensive line is slowly getting there. They've got the money to bring in 1 or 2. That they may draft an offensive lineman with their second pick. I don't know.
Okay. So
running backs, I think they have to do something at the running back position. But as we said, every team is now going to the 3-back offense now. It used to be the 2-back. Now it's every team has 3.
Right. I would say if I'm Marvin Harrison, I don't want to go to the Bears because of the 3 people you named first: Moore, Mooney, Kmet.
But he's
where are my balls going to be thrown to me?
He's as a wide receiver, number 2, if not number 1. He's immediately, immediately.
Okay.
If he's that talented and that good, I don't think he worries about. That'd be just like Addison going, I don't want to go to Minnesota because Justin Jefferson's there.
Yeah.
I mean, you add that piece. Darnell Mooney is not a threat. I mean, how many passes has he caught this year? Not
Right.
very many.
Right.
But
What's easier to win, national championship or Super Bowl?
I think they're both harder than hell to get, but
Yeah,
they only give out one a year. So,
I know it, but I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know.
So,
So, all right. Well, it looks like we're going to talk about the NBA in-season
Yes.
championship.
so I'm flipping through Facebook last night
Yeah.
and I can't remember the ESPN guy's name, but so the Lakers win last night. What was their score? They won their in-season championship, their semifinal game.
Was it
They will now
44
take
points?
Huh?
Did they win by 44 points?
44, yes. Convincingly. It was against the Pelicans. So, I mean,
Yeah.
how they got to the semifinals is beyond me.
I don't get that.
Yeah, and the Pacers beat the Bucks, so now your NBA in-season tournament championship is whenever that is. I don't know when it is.
Right.
But the guy on ESPN comes out and says, "Okay, guys, if LeBron wins this NBA in-season championship, does that shut the critics up for the GOAT?" And I'm just like, what are we doing here? This is not an NBA championship. This is a single elimination tournament. And the guy was serious. And I'm just like, and these guys are just like looking at him like, I know they all were surprised that he said it.
Yeah.
Kind of like, dude, what
Was-
are you?
Was it Wilbon? Did Wilbon say it or what? Or who said
Oh,
it? I mean,
I'll find it. But
okay,
it was
don't.
on
Yeah, just keep
ESPN.
talking. Okay.
But it was just like ridiculous. It's like, no, that's not gonna. No. I mean, I'm a Laker fan,
Yeah.
but
Do you want them to win the NBA in-season championship?
that'd be kind of a cool thing.
First
But
one ever.
What is it? I mean,
Yeah.
first one ever, but then give them a little clap. It's just like when they won their last NBA championship. Oh, they won it in the bubble. Who cares? They still had to go through the playoff. Game series.
Yeah.
Bubble or not. It's the same thing with the Dodgers. They won theirs on a shortened season. They'd say, oh, put an asterisk by it. Well, whatever. Ring's a ring.
Yeah.
My world.
Well, no matter what, your team's always going to get frickin' dogged if they win. Somebody's going to say something to you that's going to be like, what are you talking about? You
Well,
know?
and the people that aren't Dodger fans or aren't Laker fans, say if you're a Twins fan or, well, look at your payroll. Okay,
See, I never, no.
let's look at our payroll. Okay. Minnesota Twins could sign Justin Turner. They could sign Corey Seager. They could sign whoever they want to.
They just don't want to because they don't want to spend the money.
Nobody wants, not a lot of them want to go to Minnesota.
Right.
I mean, Cody Bellinger, he's a free agent. They could easily go out and say, you know what, Bellinger, we want you in Target Field. Imagine that home run porch for that guy.
Right.
Justin Turner's out there.
Yeah.
Man,
Well-
probably past his prime, but I mean, you're getting some older guys.
Yeah. And that's not Minnesota's philosophy, though, is to spend money. Period.
No.
And that's their thing. But so, well, kudos to the NBA for trying that experiment out. What do you think? It's going to be a 4 to 5 year experiment, and then they're just going to say, okay, this
Yeah.
didn't.
It's good. Yeah. I mean, to me, it's like, I don't understand how they're doing it because usually they have to play their 82 games.
Yeah.
They have their schedule set up, but now it's just like, okay, now what happened to the tickets I bought for December 18th? Now it's the NBA in-season championship and the Lakers are hosting. I mean, do they move these games around? I don't know. I don't know how they're doing it.
Grown-up stuff. A little too complicated to explain.
Yeah.
Very well could be. Yes.
I don't know. I find it funny that the Pelicans were in the semifinals because, the Timberwolves lost one game in this whole tourney thing, just lost one, and they didn't make it they didn't make it into that.
Well, you lost the important one, I guess, huh?
Oh yeah, lost it to the Kings, who got beat out by the Lakers, right? Or the Pelicans, whoever beat them out. I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't pay attention too much
because I didn't pay attention until I heard like that when that guy said that. I just kind of went, "Oh, dude,
that's crazy,
no."
crazy." So, all right, well, let's get to Nolan. I'm excited to hear yours because you said we might not have the same ones, but I think we might have. I don't know if we'll have them ranked same, but
I think
in
we
the
may
same
have
order?
some of the same songs,
Okay.
but by different artists. I'm thinking.
Well, and so that could be. And so if I like a song, I guess I like it as in, yeah, that's the wrong run. I like it as in, like, if Mariah Carey sings it and Bing Crosby sings it, I still like the song. That's how
Right. But you like the Bing Crosby one a little bit better than the
a
Mariah.
little bit better. Yeah, correct. And Becky, I asked her, I said, hey, we're going to do top 10 or top 6 Christmas songs. And she said, Mariah Carey, all I want for Christmas is you. Like, okay, how about like legit Christmas songs?
Yeah.
You know? But I got a little bit of mixture of both. Some are good.
Yeah,
some are.
yep. I did not put the Dominic the Donkey on it.
Oh my word.
Yeah, I did not put Dominic the Donkey. So I went with a 6A and a 6B right out of the gate.
That's totally fine because
That's my only
it was
A and B that I did.
it was tough for me to pick 6. I'll tell you that. So
my first one comes from the movie Home Alone. The one I
Okay.
played earlier is The White
Mhm.
Christmas by the Drifters.
okay.
I like that song. And my 6A is It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas by Perry Como.
Okay. So I didn't like, if I like the song, I like it no matter who sings it. So
Okay.
my number 6, and I've heard it different versions, but it's Chuck Berry's my favorite one. It's Run Run Rudolph. I just like
There you go.
I love that guitar.
I went over that one too. I played that
Yeah.
one this morning. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
I played it last night. I was like, Run Run Rudolph. Randolph ain't far behind. So just a fun little ditty right there. So all right.
Okay, my
My
number
number
five. Oh,
go-
you go 5. You go.
Yeah, my number 5. Bob Seger's covered this one. A lot of people have covered this one, and I love the song, and it's The Little Drummer Boy. I just think it's like probably one of the first ones that I remember like growing up. Little Drummer,
Yeah.
and loved singing it. I'll still sing it today, and I won't sing it for you right here.
Sawyer Brown sings a pretty good version of
It
it.
does it? Okay, yeah, and you can't do a bad version of it. So
No.
it's
Well, it's good, but yeah.
that's my number 5. How about
My number 5, I'm going to go with Paul McCartney and Wonderful Christmas Time.
Simply had
A wonderful
Chris? Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Good one. That's a good
Yep.
one. Really, really good one. So, all
That's
right,
all right, my 4.
you're 4, baby.
This one is Holly Jolly Christmas by Burl Ives.
Ah, see, and that would have been my 6B. I mean, like, because I love that song, but I just couldn't. Yeah, I just
Yep.
good song. My number 4 was the Do They Know It's Christmas, the Band-Aid,
That is a good tune.
it kind of in a time of life for me that it was like life was pretty innocent and you didn't really have a care in the world because I was in like junior high,
Yeah.
and then you saw something that was just crazy. Like, wow, these people, it hit me at a time when I think I needed to be hit, to where
There
it was
you go.
just like, you got it pretty good, buddy. You got
Yeah.
life pretty good. Don't take
Yeah.
advantage of it. So that's my number 4.
Okay. My number. Oh, you go number 3.
I go my number 3, and I'm gonna say, and it's "Must Be Santa" by Bob Dylan. It's have you ever heard it? Have you heard
Yeah.
that song? I
Yeah.
think it's just like not your typical Bob Dylan song,
Oh,
and it's like
Bob.
it's upbeat. It's fun. If you haven't listened to it, YouTube it. Whatever you listen to your music on, it's got a groovy beat, and you are going to be singing it for the rest of the day. So that's my number 3.
All right. My number 3 is Jingle Bell Rock.
Ah, yes.
I like that one. That was a good one.
Yeah.
Sung by whoever.
Lots of different folks.
Yep.
So okay, so my number 2 would probably be my number 1, but my number 1 I have a story behind it.
Okay.
So my number 2 is White Christmas. I mean, that's just a beautiful song, and that's Christmas. Living in the Midwest, you pretty much always have a white Christmas.
Oh,
So
yeah, always. It's snowing out here now. It just started. So
it's not snowing here. It's 44 degrees.
today.
An inch.
Yep.
Oh, there you go.
Gone probably by next week.
Yeah. There you go. Your number 2, sir. What do you
My
got?
number 2 is a really good tune. Alan Jackson does not sing a bad Christmas tune.
Okay.
And he sang "Let It Be Christmas," and every time I hear it, I still get goosebumps every time I hear it.
Okay.
Anytime Alan Jackson sings some of his songs, "Where Were You When the World Stopped Turning?" That song. I mean, it's one of those songs you're just like, yeah, let it be Christmas. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I've never heard it, so I will go give it a thorough listen when we're done with our podcast.
There you go. Get ready to get some goosebumps, buddy.
Really? Okay. As I finish up my work week as well. So my number 1, and this is just because my oldest daughter, when we were up in Becky's hometown of Rugby, North Dakota, she got up in front of a church and she just belted out Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And it brought tears to my eyes, Nolan. And then after the service, all these people from, they did a 3-town combined thing. And these older folks were like, that was so precious. And that was so, I mean, she just getting goose tearies right now. Cause that was Gracie girl. And she never did it again.
Well, hey.
Man, that
once, never got a recording contract. So she changed careers.
She changed careers.
Yep.
But that was my I can still see her in her little red dress just up there just belting it out. And
there you go.
It was awesome.
Yep.
It was awesome.
All right.
That's my number.
All right. Well, my number 1, I watch this movie 4+ times every year. Christmas Vacation.
Christmas Vacation.
Yes. Yeah. One of those I can just listen to this song all day, every day. Watch the movie on repeat.
Yeah. Do you watch
see the lines, can you, Russ?
Do you watch it in the summer?
That keeps on giving.
Do you ever watch it in the summer?
Occasionally. Yep.
Do you? Okay.
Occasionally I've seen it on TNT, in July. It's like Christmas in July. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it, baby.
Sure is, Eddie. Yeah.
I did watch it a couple nights ago. Just as I was going to bed, I was like, well, I better watch it because I know Nolan's probably already seen it 12 times.
Yeah. That's one that's I could watch. Well, and just Vacation alone, I can watch.
Yeah.
Every time I'm flipping through, I'm like, oh, Vegas Vacation. And I flip on, I watch the rest of it.
Did we ever rank them on how we liked them? I think we did. Kind of.
I think we did a long time ago. We've had so many podcast episodes.
Yeah. God, we're just veterans at this thing.
We are. Yep.
Yeah. I think
Beer Belly just had their 50th episode. I thought they
had.
No,
they've been further along than that. Beer Belly.
What was their thing that they said then? They said it was 50.
Maybe the 50. Maybe the 50 of the 3 of them together. Maybe.
Oh,
I don't know. Yeah. I'm losing my. Yeah, I haven't. I got to go back and listen to a couple of theirs because I know they listen to ours. So.
No.
But yeah. What about Christmas Story? Do you like that movie?
Yeah, I don't like it as much as I used to.
Yeah,
now it's just I don't know if it's the narrator that irritates me when I'm watching it.
Yeah, when he said, I still think my favorite thing, and my kids will do it when he goes, "Oh, fudge." Yeah, and so the Decker kids tend to do that every. Oh. Fudge. Like when we
I like the tongue sticking to the pole.
Yeah. So you know what? Maybe our Monday when we do our follow up from the weekend episode, we do our top favorite Christmas movies.
Christmas movies, yeah.
Yeah, we could give that a shot.
I watched one the other day, and maybe I'll tell you. I'm not saying it's going to hit my top 6, but have you seen 4 Christmases with Vince Vaughn?
No, I have not.
Oh gosh. It'll bring tears to your eyes.
Laughter tears or tears?
Laughter tears.
Okay.
Yes. Laughter tears because it's 4
well, don't tell me about it.
I'm going to explain what it's 4 Christmases. So they go to obviously they're both have divorced parents, so they have to go to
Yeah.
4 different, and it's hilarious. I mean,
So,
there's
Vince Vaughn is funny, but it kind of got to the point of like Jim Carrey when he was putting out the Pet Detectives and all that.
oh yeah, no, Vince Vaughn is still
It,
up there
Uh,
for me.
is he okay? Yeah, it's just like same movie, different. Yeah, I don't know.
I believe Vince Vaughn, it all started with me with Old School.
Yeah, Old
He was
School
the
was good, but then they went to Wedding Crashers, and it's it's just
But
like
that one was good.
I agree,
Yeah,
but
boy.
when but when you start making the same movie being the same goofball kind of, which I get that's what he is, but
Yeah. Oh, it's just
It's
like Chevy Chase. Chevy Chase did all Steve Martin. Steve Martin kind of
no, I would say so. He went from the Jerk, which is hilarious.
yeah.
And then he did a couple, and then Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. You
Yeah.
can't.
And then he jumped into Cheaper by the Dozen, which
Well, See, I didn't really watch those, but then The Father of the Bride was kind of that different. He played a semi-different
comedy,
character.
but it wasn't Steve Martin comedy.
Steve Martin comedy, yeah. I mean, to the point of like The Jerk is like I watched that with Sam and Noah, and God, the three of us sat and we just laughed and laughed. And Becky's like, "Don't let them watch that."
No way. Hey, got to get them seasoned veterans in there.
Yeah,
But it's weird.
And then-
though, 'cause have you seen the latest Vacation The
with
newer one?
Christina Applegate and
Yep.
yeah, it was okay. I thought it was okay.
It had its moments, but when Chevy Chase come out at the end, it's like you
Yeah.
don't realize how old we are.
Yeah, I know it.
Kind of like, wow, they got old too.
Yeah,
Type of thing. Is like, yeah.
yeah.
But I thought it was funny when they stopped by her old sorority.
yeah,
That was good. But or when he's out on his 4-wheeler and he hits the
yeah.
cow. Yeah, that's
I still, to this day, when I watch European Vacation, and this rolls through my house every once in a while, and with my buddies too, is when Clark's in the plane and the lady says, stewardess or the airline person, would you like something to drink? Yeah, I'll have a Coke. And she goes, would you like that in the can? And he says, no, I'll have it right here. You know? And so I just like, that's my favorite thing all time.
Yeah, that one was a good one.
No, I'll have it right here. The stewardess is just
And I'll still never
Like
forget when he threw the when they're on top of
the frisbee, yeah, and the little dog.
threw the hat out and the dog went poof.
Yeah, Rusty.
Yeah. Rusty had a good time that trip.
Yeah, he did all right while he was in Germany. He did all right.
Yeah, he did all right, and then the whistles went off when he was.
Yeah, he was getting ready, and then he oink oink, my good man, another good line.
Oh my god! And that part, it's like, okay, now back in the day, you could make a movie like that.
Right.
I mean, you got the host doing this to a
Gomez Adam.
minor, yeah, doing that stuff to a minor. I'm like, is this really happening? You know,
So
I was just like, I was kind of set back by it. I'm just kind of like, maybe
Well-
she's older than what she looks.
she was old. She was. I
She
mean,
must have been in the 20s, probably.
yeah, she was.
Had to have been.
I think she's actually passed away. That
Oh, could be.
actress that played that, yeah. Yeah, that was funny.
Oh boy.
We brought back the Frogers. I won my Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah. Taking a poke.
Yeah. Oink oink, my good man.
Oink oink.
So there you go. Well, we're almost at our hour. I might have to, got a lot of wrestling going on this weekend, but Sunday's soccer. I was gonna say maybe I'll just download the Vacation series. Vegas Vacation wasn't my favorite, but
Which one?
Vegas Vacation.
Yeah, that one wasn't bad. I mean, it had its moments.
Yep.
It did once you went to Vegas, and then when you've seen some of the places, you're like, oh yeah,
Sure.
I remember being there.
Sure. So, all right. So, last thought. Give me a score. Bears Lions. I'm going to say 24-13 Bears.
What's the spread? 3. I think the Bears are going to win. $20-17.
Wow, you're going to go that close, huh?
Yeah. And then I won't win any money. I won't lose any either.
Yeah, I think it's I think Detroit owes us a clunker, and I'd be okay with that.
And and hopefully Fields, like you said, hopefully Fields has a big day. But I mean, there's been a few times I'm thinking, all right, here we go. And it's all on Getsy. I mean, you're handcuffed by your coordinator.
Yeah,
if you haven't been given the permission to audible into a run play for yourself,
sure.
then-
I get you.
yeah, it's disappointing, is what it is. But I realize he's third year and he's not Tom Brady, he's not Brett Favre, he's not Aaron Rodgers. Those guys can go up and that's the thing with Getsy, and we've talked about it before. Getsy never. If you look at his resume is out on Twitter. And I looked at it. Not one place did he call plays.
Yeah.
He was like quarterback coach for Green Bay. Really? There was actually a spot for a quarterback coach in Green Bay? It's like Tom Brady even having a quarterback. He didn't need a quarterback coach. I think he's fine.
Right. But more for those that are underneath him.
Yeah.
Like when you say quarterback coach, it's like,
Yeah.
you know, I'm sure the Vikings have one, and they're,
But Getsy never did call plays, and that's what.
Yeah. Well,
when you bring him in, it's just like he went from special assistant to the offense in Green Bay to offensive coordinator.
well, Kevin O'Connell was offensive coordinator for the Rams, and he never called the plays. It was McVay. He was calling the plays all the time.
Yeah.
He seemed to do okay.
Yeah.
He seems to be doing all right, you know, but
Yeah, but I think with that offense, I mean, he's got a good offense. I mean, we've got screen passes.
well,
We've got plenty of them.
I get you, brother. I know it's bothering you. So, well, all I can say is,
Okay, see you later, pal.
Yeah. We're off again. I don't even know what episode this is. What
Yeah,
episode?
we
Past
kind of
60?
yeah, we're getting there. We'll probably just have to do our year celebration when we get to St. Patrick's Day.
Oh yeah.
Is what we'll have to do. So, but
Yep.
all righty, my man.
Okay.
Well, I'm sure we'll chat soon.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Don't be a stranger, buddy.
Never.